getting us underway, the story of Louise and Geraint Jones. They both suffered terrible head injuries. These were in separate accidents. The brain damage included significant memory loss, but the story doesn't end there, because they met, they fell in love, and they learned to cope with their forgetfulness by doing what, Ruth?
Well, they have to set themselves daily reminders for things that most of us just take for granted, and then having their beautiful baby boy, Cian, there he is, 10 weeks old, and all the routine that comes with looking after a new baby has helped both of them, they say, improve their memories. So quite an unexpected benefit he's been. And with Louise and Geraint this morning, we've got Griggs, who's from the charity Headway, talking about the impact of brain injury and memory loss. Good morning to you all. Welcome. He's a beautiful, beautiful boy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh, he's a bit yawny now, look. We're keeping you up. Keeping you up, Cian.
But from your point of view, and we'll talk about how you got your various injuries, but just basically, just so the audience know, you're a lovely couple, lovely baby, but the problem is what, from a mummy's point of view, day to day?
The problem is just remembering to do everything for him.
Like change his nappy, feed?
Oh, no, they come kind of natural instincts, so that's kind of okay. But it's things like he needs like oil on his head because of the cradle cap.
Yeah.
So I need a reminder to do that, because I wake up in the morning and think, oh, I've forgotten again. So it is.
And you remind yourself, or does he remind you?
No, my phone reminds me.
Ah.
I put a reminder on my phone so that I remember to do it before he goes to bed.
Right. Well, let's get to the stage where the incidents that led to this memory loss situation with you guys. Geraint, your story first of all. Tell us about your head injury and how it came about.
I was walking a friend home one night, and it was a case of wrong place, wrong time, and I got assaulted by two other men.
A completely unprovoked attack.
Yeah.
And a really bad attack.
What did
They left me for dead. They were punching and kicking me on the floor. I mean, if it weren't for the girl, I was walking home screaming her lungs out. The guy wouldn't have come out the house to get him off, and her phoning the ambulance, I wouldn't be on him.
And they kicked you in the head?
Yeah.
So what happened when you got to hospital? What were the injuries?
Well, I'm told that I was in ICU for a week. And I was taken off the ventilator a couple of times. At the third time I was taken off it, I managed to start breathing by myself.
And I gather your injuries were so horrific your parents didn't even recognise
No, the only way they could recognise me was on my tattoo.
Louise, what's your story?
I went out with my sisters for a night out. I drank heavily, and then I walked off and I got run over. I got hit by a car. I got hit up in the air, landed. I think the driver thought I was dead. So obviously I was taken to hospital then, where I spent 2 months in Heath Hospital and then 3 months in the rehabilitation clinic in Rookwood.
And
those are the sad stories, or the good stories. This man, Griggs, your organisation, Headway, there to help them, but sort of matchmakers as well. You put these two together.
Yeah, I think Louise and Geraint are a fantastic example of how, with the right help and the right support at the right time, there really can be life after brain injury. And of course, Cian is further proof of that. But brain injury can devastate lives, and you know the journey back to the life you had before is a very long and arduous one, and some people don't actually get back the life they had before. But as I say, with the right help, they can go on to lead very happy and fulfilled lives.
So how did you two meet?
We met on Head Start, yes, which is it's just part of Headway, and Head Start is for people aged 18 to 30 to get back into life.
And so did your eyes meet across a crowded room somewhere? Did you like the look of her straight away?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got talking to each other, and in a taxi on the way home with the other boys, I said I'm going to end up with her.
Did you? You thought, that's the girl for me straight away?
Well, it's been a long road to recovery. I mean, that's the nice ending.
Oh, yeah.
But both of you had to relearn lots and lots of things in your life.
Everything you take for granted, walking, talking,
playing the guitar.
Playing the guitar, I had to learn everything from scratch again.
And did you do that again? Did you manage to? Well, that's brilliant.
I mean, I got really frustrated, and
it must be hard work. You know, you must have to work very hard at it. It must get boring sometimes, frustrating. What about then when you got married, when you talked about having a child, did you ever think you'd see yourself as a family one day, or did you think that that's going to be impossible for us?
Well, we were hoping. We didn't know how it was going to pan out, but it's going really well, so we're really happy with that
And
child.
has Cian in any way helped? I started talking there about the rehabilitation and the road to recovery. Sometimes you need a stimulus, sometimes you need to be forced to do certain things, I'm sure. Has having Cian added to that, helped that in any way?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you get the instinct when you have a child, and he just reminds us that he needs, well, he'll cry when he needs food and when he needs his nappy changed. And sometimes he'll just want to cuddle.
So those are the obvious things you said, but it's the things that take routine that you said you both struggle with, which is why you have to remind yourself.
She got the reminder for the oil on his head for the cradle cap. I got the reminder in my phone to sterilise the bottles and do his night feeds up ready for...
Do you know what, Geraint? You're probably not alone there. There's probably a lot of parents would need reminders.
The thing is, Luke, there might be people who say, oh, you know, is that right? Say they forget to do something crucial. Is this where you come in?
Could they do what they do without you as an organisation?
Well, I think, as Louise said, that a lot of the parenting is coming very, very naturally, and you know they're obviously very much learning to pick up on the nuances of Cian and know when he needs a feed and when he needs a change.
Like any new parent.
Absolutely, but you know they are being incredibly responsible parents. They're doing really well, and obviously there's no quick fix to memory loss.
No.
There's no way just to repair memory loss. So at Headway we help people to learn adaptive methods and tips and tricks to try and help them through it, such as using their phones as reminders or having post-it notes around the house. I mean, you know, as I say, you and I would take for granted a lot of the things like turning a tap on or turning a tap off rather when we filled a bath. But for some people they need to have a post-it note in the bathroom to remind them of that. And if you can imagine a house maybe with post-it notes all around the kitchen or by their back door saying, make sure you lock the door.
Full of sticky papers.
I think that's it. It's important to give those tips and tricks to help people to adapt.
You were talking to me earlier saying when it's the fact that you have to have this routine in your life now with Cian, you feel that that's actually improved your memory, don't you?
As far as Cian goes, I think it has really helped a lot, you know. I mean, like when he's crying, it's either one of three things: nappy change, feeding, or wants to cuddle.
Oh, well, he's enjoying his
we
cuddle
do
there,
all
isn't
three, and
I know you've got a lovely, strong support network, family around you, and Headway around you as well. It's an inspirational story, I think, Luke, as well, for anybody that finds themselves in that position. Good luck, enjoy every moment of being.
Thank you.
Can we just have another little look at Cian before we go, because he's so
You're not getting in the mood, are you?
Oh, look, I'm always in the mood, isn't he? Gorgeous. And so good. Thank you both very much. And
thank you for having us.
It's lovely to meet
Thank
you.
you.
If what you're hearing here, if you know someone that could benefit from any further advice, help, or information, go to the website, log on to that. We've got the details. We'll take a break there.